Hello, parents and children of Mini Mode. And thank you very much to Amanda for inviting me to offer some support and advice to your community. My name's Dr Michele McDowell, and I'm an educational and child psychologist. Simply, I work with parents and children to support them through difficult times and support parents and children with developing their emotional understanding, sometimes their learning needs. I identify and support children and parents with understanding what they are. And I try to give clear guidelines and support for what we can do to get you through difficult times. And really, there is no more difficult time than now. It's unprecedented, as we've heard before. It's a very unusual time. And really, it's full of quite a lot of uncertainty. And what comes with that is quite a bit of anxiety. So what I'd like to do today is talk about that and offer 5 tips for parents on what they could what they could do with their children over this time. So, first of all, as you know, if you're on planet Earth, you've heard of the coronavirus and COVID-19. It's been on the news, it's been absolutely everywhere. In families, unfortunately, we are aware that lots of people will have experienced it firsthand, and on some occasions experienced the loss and devastation of losing someone. So really, we really want to take this time to think about how can we cope and manage and support our young people through this time. So the first tip I would be offering is about hearing about the coronavirus. It is everywhere, it is on the news on a regular basis. I know at 5 o'clock most evenings, many families are listening to the news. In addition to that, there's social media, there's the radio and television all day long. If you can, please adopt a routine around the news exposure that you're having in your home. So if you're listening to the news, please think about the ears that are around when you're listening to it. I'm not saying that your children should not hear or have some understanding of what is happening at the moment, but it's up to us as parents to communicate that to our young children and to our teenagers in a clear, non-emotionally evocative way. So use clear language, use emotionally age-appropriate language. So for example, you may say things like, coronavirus for a young person, coronavirus is a bug. It's a new bug, and when we have new bugs, we're not quite sure what they're about, so it takes us some time to understand it. But it's okay, because we're here together and we're working through it together. Something like that. So you're being clear that you don't have all the answers right now, no one does, but you're making them feel secure in understanding that you're being supportive and they are supported. It's very important for teens as well as young people to know that we are there for them now, because often they may, as the older they get, they may put on this kind of bravado of this shield of strength, but actually really what they really want is love, care and understanding. So really communicate. Secondly, about the news, please reduce, if you can, your own news exposure. So, if it's 3 times a day at the moment, think about reducing it to once. If it's in the living room at 5 o'clock every day, maybe think about listening to it somewhere else, which is less central, and then you can think about what needs to be then communicated again. So, for example, if it's about schools opening, then you can say to your young people, schools may be opening in June. And, speak to them after you've listened to the news and thought about the best way to express it to them. Also, it's okay to not be okay every single day. And it's important that our young people and children see that as well. I'm not saying that you sort of hide yourself in the corner throughout this period of time. But if there is a day where you're feeling a bit low, that's okay to say, oh, mummy's not feeling very very happy today. In fact, it's really important that we use emotional language to support and model that for our young people. So remember, it's okay to not be okay, and reach out for the support that you have around you. Communicate, pick up the phone, do a Zoom, let people know how you're feeling. During this time, it's really anxiety provoking. And so anxiety allows our brain to kind of speed up our thinking, where, we may feel our heart beating more rapidly, we may be sweating more, we may feel that we just can't cope with the stresses of the day-to-day experience during lockdown. During these times, it's really important to slow your emotions down. And the best way to do that, funny enough, is just by watching our breath, by slowing down our breath, breathing more calmly. And there are a range of apps that are out at the moment that are free that can support you with this. Videos on YouTube. There are a range of resources out there, and I can offer tips on what those are. And finally, try and keep to a structure and routine. Obviously, the normal routine and normal structure has completely gone, but you can make and adjust to a routine and structure for during this time. This will support you and support your young child or young person with feeling that sense of security. That's really important now, and that sense of certainty of knowing what will come next and feeling some control over something. So that's really important. So again, I'll go through the 5. Be clear with your communication. Reduce your news exposure. Take time out. It's okay to not be okay. At times of high anxiety, give those hugs. Allow everybody to feel safe and secure in the home, and you feel that too. So whether that's hugs or deep breathing, mindfulness, find a time. And number 5, stick to a routine. Have a routine that's slightly flexible, but allows everybody in the family to know that there is some structure and some certainty and some control in the home. And finally, stay well and take care until next time. Bye-bye.